Welcome to the Digitalized Taxpayers Briefing and Orientation. In this video, I will be discussing about the gender and development in the BIR. These are the objectives. Number 1, understand why gender and development is integrated in the plans, programs, and activities of BIR. Number 2, be aware of the GAD efforts of the BIR. Number 3, understand the basic concepts of GAD and learn to become gender sensitive. Under the General Appropriations Act, a particular section specifies the programs and projects related to GAD. All agencies of the government shall formulate a GAD plan designed to address gender issues within their concerned sector or mandate and implement the applicable provisions under Republic Act 9710 or the Magna Carta of Women. Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women or CEDAW, Beijing Platform for Action, Millennium Development Goals, the Philippine Plan for Gender Responsive Development. The Philippine Development Plan. As a government agency, the BIR submits annually the Gender and Development Plan and Budget and the Accomplishment Report. The GAD plan shall be integrated in the regular activities of the agency, which shall be at least 5% of their budget. For this purpose, activities currently being undertaken by agencies which relate to GAD or those that contribute to poverty alleviation, economic empowerment, especially of marginalized women, protection, promotion, and fulfillment of women's human rights, and practice of gender-responsive governance are considered sufficient compliance with said requirement. Why is there a need for GAD in the government? We need to practice gender-responsive good governance. Government agencies cannot achieve good governance without being transparent, participatory, equitable, and gender-responsive. GAD removes explicit, implicit, actual, and potential gender biases within organizations and plans, programs, and activities of those who are concerned with development. So, how far has BIR gone in its quest to become a gender-responsive organization? The members of the GAD Focal Point System, or the GFPS, from the national and the regional offices formulated the BIR's 5-year GAD agenda for the calendar year 2019 to 2023 through series of GFPS assemblies. Under Revenue Memorandum Order 11-2019, the following is the Bureau's GAD mission and vision. Vision. The Bureau of Internal Revenue is a gender-responsive tax administration with competent, highly motivated, and empowered professionals. Mission: to collect taxes through just enforcement of tax laws and delivery of quality and gender-responsive service. Under the said RMO, the Bureau's GAD strategic directions are specified, and these are the following. There is also the 5-year GAD agenda. These are the priority gender issues and/or specific GAD mandates that the agency will respond to over a period of 5 years. This agenda is classified into 2 areas, namely the client focus and the organization focus. Now, let us discuss the basic concepts of GAD. What is gender sensitivity? Being gender sensitive means being able to appreciate the differences between men and women, understand how these gender shapes their roles in the society, and how it affects relationship between them. It means becoming aware of gender concerns in order to respond to gender issues. Let us differentiate sex and gender. What is sex? The state of being male or female, physiological and biological in nature. It is therefore genetic, the physical identity of the person. Sex roles are sets of attributes, including attitudes, personality traits, abilities, interests, and behaviors that are defined as appropriate for each sex. For example, the sex role of male includes ovum fertilization and being the sperm donor that determines the sex of child, while for the sex role of female includes gestation, childbearing, and lactation. What is gender? It is defined as socially learned behaviors, expectations associated with the two sexes, referred sometimes as person's inner sense. What are the gender roles as dictated by the society? Gender roles for male are those that are productive, and while for female are those that are reproductive. What is something wrong with this? Productive roles, mostly associated to men, are paid and are mainly recognized and valued as work due to its economic benefits and advantages. While reproductive roles, mostly associated to women, are unpaid, considered less important, and not counted as conventional economic statistics. Gender roles, expectations, and perceptions boxed women and men into situations that constrains their capacity to do and capacity to be, hindering in turn their potentials to attain a full and satisfying life. Any action that specifically denies rights, opportunities, and privileges to a person because of gender is a form of gender bias. Manifestation of gender biases include gender stereotyping, multiple burden of women, economic marginalization, political subordination, and violence against women. All these gender biases may contribute to a low self-esteem and may give a personal notion that one has no control over one's body. So, how can we help eliminate these gender biases? Here are the recommended courses of action. Share responsibilities in domestic concerns. Parents be role models to their children. Undertake effective communication between spouses for better understanding. Equal opportunity for women and men at work. Implement government mandates strengthening rights of women and children. How then can you say that one is gender sensitive? You respect every person or individual regardless of age, ability, belief or religion, educational attainment, race, ethnic group, status in society, marital status, region of origin, color, sexual orientation, and gender identity. In summary, GAD is a people-centered development paradigm that recognizes gender equality as a fundamental value that should be reflected in development choices. GAD is concerned with social construction of gender and its impact on the lives of women and men, although it focuses more on women's role in development and how their lives are affected by it. It recognizes that both women and men are victims of stereotyping and gender inequality. GAD is not a war of the sexes and not even into role reversals, but rather understanding relationships. Thank you for watching this video.